What's up, YouTube? How's it going? For YouTube or wherever else this shit is about to be. Got my smoothie popping. It is May the 6th. Yesterday was May the 5th, which apparently was like a 555 day. Maybe you know, maybe you don't, maybe you heard of it, maybe you haven't. I feel better feel better today than I did yesterday. So what I'm gonna talk about is the 555 day. And so if you, I'm out here in nature and shit, see all that nice and woo. But if you don't know, so the number 5 means like change, like positive changes happening, transitions. It can also mean abundance. But apparently yesterday was a 555 day, the 5th of May, and when you add all the numbers of the year 2021 up, it comes to a 5 year, which is a year of change and change happening and changes happening and transitions happening and a lot of growth and change. Which I'm hip to the shits with changes. Courtesy of Emporium of Zenchantment, I got my Moldavite Herkimer Mini. She is beautiful, small yet powerful. It has my energy kind of like, and I don't know if it's because of the Moldavite, but I've been like, I was already going through changes before the Moldavite got here. But it's like after the Moldavite got here, I do notice a lot of synchronicities. Sorry. I do notice like a lot of synchronicities happening, and they probably always were happening or are always happening. I'm just a lot more aware of it, I guess. But yeah, so different posts talks about different things, kind of the same thing, different words and shit. But it talks about how like the 555 day was a day of like high vibrations, high energy. Some might talk about like it fast tracking changes. Ooh, excuse me, smoothing. It's good. Got some ginger, some sea moss. Get into it. But the 5-5. Some people say that the 555 day talks about like changes, high vibrations, fast tracking, learning, like expediting, ascension type of stuff. I'm looking at nature. I'll be like zoning in and out. It's beautiful. Yeah, so it talks about like positive, like a positive energy shift in your life. And for me, I wasn't feeling it. So for what type time I was on, like, alright, so I can only speak from my experience, but this is exactly what my guide told me. This is exactly what I went through with, so I could relay these messages. So for my experience, I do a lot of inner work on myself, and I work on myself a lot, and it's been going really good, and I've been making a lot of leeway and making really good progress and sticking to my soul path and like heeding the guidance of my intuition and paying attention to my intuition and like paying attention to my body, my vibes, everything. And while I may make strides in my spiritual growth, I am still human. I have a human body, as you can see. I'm a human being as well. I'm a multi-dimensional, multifaceted human being. I'm shit, but I digress. So I'm still human as well, and I get triggered. I get angry. I have shit that I don't fucking like. I'm not cursing out of anger. It's just how I talk sometimes. I'm trying to chill with the cursing though. So, but yeah, I can get triggered. I have things that I don't like. I have things that I don't want to see that I have to sit here and look at. And I get annoyed. I get into low vibrational states sometimes too. That's the thing about like enlightenment. Enlightenment is not, as Abraham Hicks would say, enlightenment is not a college certificate where once you get it, it's yours forevermore. It varies from moment to moment. Sometimes you're in alignment, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you are feeling enlightened, sometimes you're not. And it could depend on different subjects in your life. Like we have so many different subjects in our lives, and you can have a subject where you feel and do really good with it, but other subjects might just get on your nerves, or they take you to that place where you like, oh, I hate that shit. Like, if I say Donald Trump, like, I could name everything else in your life, but I could be like Donald Trump, and some of y'all would be like, I fucking hate him. Not me, I don't give a shit. But, yeah. So, yesterday, like, I felt, even like the days leading up to May the 5th, it was like I would feel triggers more. I'll feel like more emotional, if that makes sense. And I feel like a lot of what I'm feeling is that a lot of people, like the collective, a lot of people could have been feeling emotional and triggered. And I was like having a bad day. My fuck you finger. I was working out and I had a little accident. And I had the accident with my finger, and I'm like, I started going into my questioning, like, oh, what does this mean? Like, are my vibes bad? Like, what was it? What did I go wrong? What happened? This and the third. And I just, like, what I know to do now is, well, what I used to do is, I used to want God, or my guides, or my angels, or whoever, to take the darkness, take the darkness away, take the heaviness away, take the burdens away. And it's like, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to transmute it. I can only speak for myself, but I feel like this message is gonna be for whoever needs it, and whoever this message is for is gonna get it. That's like what I know. It is my faith in the universe that whoever needs this message is gonna get it. So yeah, I started questioning a whole bunch of stuff, but then like I noticed it was discomforting, and so I just sat with it and I breathed through it. And that's like another thing that my guides like kind of told me, because I noticed that I used to want the universe to take it away so I could just be happy again, and take it away so I could just be like content and chill. Excuse me. Like the impression that I got from my guides was like, that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what we're here to do. Like, if we want to do that, we can pretty much transition back into non-physical, like aka croak. But even with that, you can do that with meditation, but that's probably a whole other video. But it used to be that I would be like, oh, take this pain away, and then after a while I naturally started to just get that, like, alright, like when I would feel discomfort, or when I would feel like discomfort or just like unease, I like naturally shifted from like, God, take this pain away, like get it away from me, I don't like it, to I shifted to, God, give me the strength to sit with this, to transmute this, to deal with it. Because when you just take something away, it's not like working through it. We're here to like work through it. We're here to experience it. We're here to feel it. That's why we incarnate in the body. Like, if we wanted it easy, we would have just stayed like in non-physical and not incarnated and just like continue to party. But like we're here to feel, we're here to experience, we're here to grow. And so I noticed that like I used to like just want my problems taken away and just like get it away from me and like kind of resist it in a way. And what you resist will persist. And like just asking for the burden to be lifted isn't dealing with it, because should it happen again, you still don't have like the strength and knowledge and growth from dealing with it that you would have if you did deal with it. But you like, it's like you're not dealing with it, so you're not gonna know. Like if you don't deal with it and know that you're strong enough to deal with it, you're just gonna keep going through the same shit over and over, having to keep running and asking the universe to take your burdens away. And it's like, that's not why we're here. And so what I learned, or what I've learned from my experience, is that to sit with my darkness, to sit with my heaviness, to sit with my burdens, to sit with my uneasiness and my uncomfortableness, and to breathe through it, to work through it. The power is in the breath. Remember the breath. That's what my spirit said. Remember the breath. And it said it like a whisper, and I never forget it, because I'm like, why the fuck I need to remember the breath? But now I know. The breath is powerful. The breath is life force. The breath is like, if you think about quantum scales, quantum physics, like we're probably breathing in fucking universes. Every breath we take, we're breathing in stardust, we're breathing in the universe, we're breathing in life force energy. And so when you breathe through your discomfort and you sit with your discomfort and you breathe through it and you transmute that with your breath and you power through it with your breath, and you find comfort while the discomfort is there, and you sit with it, you sort of transmute it from this thing that's not okay to this thing that is okay. It's okay for it to be there. And it's not like, I got the shakes and it's not even cold. It's not like, shit, I lost my train of thought. Let me think. It's not like that you are, here we go. It's not like that you are the discomfort, you are those emotions. You're just aware of it, and you over-identify with it, and you feel it so deeply that you think it's you, but it's not you. You're just the infinite awareness that the emotions are there. So to sit with them, and to be with them, and to work through that discomfort is very powerful, and it'll help you grow, and it'll help your soul grow. So, which brings me to this. So I wouldn't say it was a rough day. It was kind of like an off day. I wouldn't say it was like super rough, like even though like shit happened and like I wasn't like, I'm happy to be alive. It was just like, I'm chilling, like I'm here, like just chilling. It was like a chill day. I was like triggered with stuff. I was emotional with stuff. I didn't know why. And I'm like, if this is such a fight, and I talk to the universe in my head, or like it's just like regular, like if something happened to you, like what the fuck, what did I do now, God, or whatever, like, or whatever's your spiel, as you say. But it was like I was having a day, and like I was just like, well, this is a 5-5 day, and it's supposed to be high vibrational, and it's supposed to be like helping me learn and like launching me up and like helping me transcend and like bringing me abundance and prosperity and all this other shit. Why do I feel so like annoyed and triggered and this, that, and the third? And so by the end of the day, I would say maybe around 12, I felt like I want to just get some fresh air and just like sit for a bit and just like breathe and, you know, just some deep breathing, meditate a little bit. I find meditation in my breath. Like, it's like some deep breathing, some deep conscious breathing is very meditative for me. Which I tell everybody, like, meditation is the quieting of your mind. So if you could focus on sound, your breath, a visualization, a mantra, if you could just focus on that and not think, you're meditating. And when you're not thinking, you like, because we have a tendency to think resistant thoughts, and resistance brings down our vibrations. So when you meditate, you're not thinking, and as you're not thinking, your vibration naturally rises back up because your vibration is naturally high. So I sat down and I was just breathing, and like some cats came up and started like purring. I thought they were gonna fight, and it was loud. It was, and I was like, oh shit, like it was loud, and I was like just looking, and then. But I was like breathing and just in the moment, and then all this stuff, like all my questions started getting answered, and I was like, ooh, okay, and like I started just understanding why everything happened the way it happened, and so I wrote it down. I put it in my notes in my phone, but I can't make a video and look at my notes at the same time, so I ended up writing it out with my hand, by hand. And I'm gonna read it because I feel like somebody might need to hear this, and it kind of explains a lot in a way. I call it like a download, I guess. I don't know. I kind of channel stuff from my soul. I'm connected to my soul, higher self, whatever you want to call it. But I wrote everybody wants to be like, oh yay, an ascension portal to higher energy and upgrading. But nobody talks about how messy it can be to... I thought I wrote this better, I'm so sorry. To advance and ascend. Okay. But nobody talks about how messy it can be to advance and ascend. You can be moving along and feeling good, then all of a sudden, on or near a day of high energy / portal day / time to be able to upgrade, if you have shadows or things that need to be brought to light and be transmuted or to be addressed, to be healed so it can be released, it's going to come up and be highlighted so it can be worked through and not held on to. That's one of the multidimensional ways we advance, upgrade, expand, and evolve. We don't all just automatically go to happy places of beingness. There's nothing wrong with doing that, and there's nothing not wrong, or there's nothing wrong with not doing that. Everything is as it should be, and in this moment now. But the key is to not judge where you are or how you feel in any moment, because everything has its place. Stagnant energy / cycles are, we still hold in our vibrations, come up, and we have a chance to break those old patterns that aren't serving us anymore, to respond to it instead of reacting to it, and to be able to do it differently. Healing, it can get messy. You could have been doing the most inner work and out of nowhere can become triggered, angry, bitter, resentful, etc. without anyone having done much. It's very normal and it's okay. More than likely, it's old energy asking to be transmuted with the love and understanding that you cultivated from your growth. It's a chance to upgrade yourself, but you have to do the work. Let it be easy. Stay in the moment. Be mindful. Choose a new path instead of choosing to repeat the same old cycles. Don't judge yourself for having emotions, therefore over-identifying with them. You aren't the emotions. You are the infinite awareness of the emotions, for it is the guidance system that lets you know the state of your vibrations and where they are. Sit with them, breathe through them, and be there with them. Sit through that discomfort without judging it and breathe with the conscious breath of life. Meet it and yourself with a loving gentleness and shed the old version of yourself in that. Like a snake shedding its skin or a phoenix rises from the ashes anew. Come through the other side renewed and reborn yet again. Ascending or rising in vibration is about going back to the love that you inherently are. It's about loving yourself unconditionally through all the phases of your growth. Good or bad, yin yang symbol. It is all part of the evolution of beingness or being human. To remember the love that you are, that you always have been. It is beautiful to live, to experience, to grow and evolve. And that's as far as I got. So yeah. I was like, why do I feel so triggered? Why do I feel like emotional or angry or bitter or anything? It's because it's still a part of my vibrations. Or even though I put in work, sometimes things can get like covered up. But that's why that energy day was so beneficial, because it shows you what needs, like what vibrations you have and what you need to like work on or get rid of, or like what you need to shift for yourself. Because I don't want to hold on to resentment or like bitterness or like negative emotions when I know like only hurt people. And if I can remember that, I can choose a different path than returning anger and being angry and bitter at people. And so it's like I can choose a higher pathway, a higher vibrational pathway for myself. And I can shift out of those old cycles that keep repeating, because I don't want to keep being mad and keep being bitter and keep being annoyed for what people do. I want to shine my understanding on it and be in understanding and reasoning and higher vibrations, and choose higher vibrational paths for myself and paths that feel better for me. Because holding on to anger and resentment and shit is like, it's not good for your body. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, it's not good for you. And it just makes life like less enjoyable. It's like everything has its purpose though. Like at one point in time, it was probably good for me to feel that. I could differentiate how the fuck I want to feel when it comes to people, and like every reaction has its place and everything has its place, but it's like we get to choose if we want to continue that on or not. And so like full moon days or like high vibrational days or like new moon days, they give us an opportunity to check ourselves and to check in with ourselves and to check in with our energy and like really look at what kind of vibrations we have going. And if we don't like those vibrations, we get to change them. So when they pop up and we stay mindful, it's like, oh, I'm feeling resentment right now. Let me remember that hurt people, so I don't have to return that hurt back to you. I can choose a higher vibration and choose understanding and reasoning and let that negativity and that pain go and be happy with my life in this moment instead of being annoyed with my life in this moment. Because we're always manifesting, we're always creating in every moment. And so yeah, old stagnant energy will pop up on a high vibrational day, but that's where the whole fast track and the whole high vibrational energy part comes into play. Because if you have stuff that's if you have stuff that's like still in your vibrational crawl and you're not like fully aware of it and you're just like in automatic mode and you're not really thinking about it, it'll be highlighted and it'll come up more. Because you could be having a good ass day and then you'll be like, well, why the fuck am I so mad? Like, why? Like, I'm mad triggered right now. Why am I like this? Like, I thought I was having a good day. I was having like some great weeks and stuff, but it showed me where I gotta work on myself. And that's what the days are there for. And when you notice that, even like noticing it is like the first part of like starting to upgrade yourself. Becoming aware. Awareness is the upgrade. Expanded awareness, expanded consciousness is the upgrade. Because when you have expanded awareness and expanded consciousness, you get to choose for yourself how you want to play out your life. And you don't have to react. You have more options to choose from to play out these life roles and like paths and stuff. And you can choose better feeling paths and better feeling roles that'll lead you to more better feeling stuff. And next thing you know, like, you're living happily ever after. So yeah, that's what I got. That's the sort of download I got from my guides last night. I got some cards out here because I felt like maybe pulling some cards would be cool. So give me a moment. I'm gonna pull some oracles and we'll see what's popping. Wow. So love just came out. And this says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And that's literally what the fuck I just said. If you never seen me like read cards, it's very interesting because the way stuff be coming out is like very interesting. I feel like pull one more, so I'm gonna pull one more. I'm gonna keep the camera going so you can see this. Like, I'm not just like picking them all. They like come out. It's magical. Magical as fuck. Ooh. There's like a energy thing over here. I don't know if I should keep pulling. I heard keep pulling. I feel like keep pulling. It ain't shit. Wow, so these all decided to pop out. Now I pulled the worry came out and I was like, oh, well, it didn't flip, so I put it back. And my like philosophy is if it needs to come out, if it needs to be out, it'll come out again. And this came out again. Worry says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So that's that. That's like kick the worry and stay in love. Worrying does not change an outcome. And that's kind of what I said about the emotions. We could like worry, like I know some like people like light workers and stuff. I'll be like, I feel so angry, or I feel triggered, or I feel very negative. And it's like, don't worry about that because everything has its place. And that's basically the vibrational feedback from your soul letting you know, like, hey, you have a bugaboo here. Peace came out. It says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And we got gratitude as well. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And it's funny as shit because when I do these cards, at first when I got this deck, I was kind of annoyed because only bad cards would come out. But like, these are all good cards to come out. Purples to me are like high vibrations, green, gratitude, it's like love. I don't know what, well, love is purple, but I guess they consider that a high vibration or whatever. So I got surrender cards. I'm gonna pull one of these and see if anybody wants to come out. Ooh, excuse me. Wow. We got surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And I feel like that goes along with what I wrote as well. It's like, don't judge where you are. Just be happy to be anywhere. Maybe, I don't know. But it's like, don't judge where you are or how you feel or whatever you're feeling at any moment, because it could be a very necessary step for you in your growth. Because contrast, darkness and light are both necessary for the growth of the soul and expansion and evolution of being a human being. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. I just fucking said this shit. I love pulling cards, man. It's so fun. And I love that I get to do this and share this gift, because at first I had an adversity to pulling cards. I was like, I don't want to do that. That's like stuff that I was taught, or not even taught, but like stuff that I seen that was like shunned or like considered a bad thing. But it's like, I got rid of all my vices to do this shit. Like, if it's like devil's work or something like that, if it's so bad, why would I get rid of my vices to do this, to perfect this? Like, I fucking love weed. I stopped smoking weed. Like, bruh, if you know me, you know I was a fucking pothead. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped drinking. I'm getting my joy from life now. Getting my kicks from like fucking reading cards and shit. And it's wonderful for me. Not to say that you have to do anything, but for me and my path and what I was called to do and what I'm supposed to be doing, that's what I was called to do. And so I take heed. Opportunity and change just popped out. And I believe this says that like angels, if you believe in them or whatever, or beings of light are surrounding you and having an energy and surrounding you with the energy of opportunity and change for it to manifest in your life. And that's what the 5-5 day is about, opportunity and change. And that's what that energy is about. And we're supposed to have 2 more days, I believe. One on the 14th and another one on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Because those numbers, when you add them together, they equal out to 5. So it's like a 5 day in the 5th month of a 5 year. Don't ask me how it comes. That's a lot. That's too much. So we're going to end that there. But yeah, opportunity and change popped out. And I feel like that definitely goes with the theme of everything that's like happening. And then I wanted to do 3 tarots from my Angel Wisdom deck. But we'll see what pops out. Shameless plug. If you need a personal reading, hit me up. Email me. Queen of Cups. She's a master of her emotions. She's intuitive. I'm gonna just read it because it makes it easier. Loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition! ! A deep love of family and friends. Follow your heart. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very emotionally intelligent, very emotionally in tune, very emotionally balanced. And I feel like that is something that this day is definitely bringing. We got 3 of Cups, great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past, personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. And I feel like this represents the shadow the shadow aspects that came up for healing, that like that's the whole feeling triggered, feeling resentful or whatever. It's all past. It's like all past stagnant energy and past energy that's still cycling in our vibrations. And so it's come up for healing. Like I said, like I wrote. It's like this, like our shadow aspects, if we aren't like fully aware of them, they come up for healing, and they come up and they present themselves so that they can be transmuted and let go of and release, so we can choose higher paths for ourselves and better from the past for ourselves. I'm gonna get one more. This is what I'm doing, just shuffling. And then the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like that's like, oh shit, that's like talking about putting in work. Learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a seminar, or finding a mentor. Attention to detail, skilled work that you love. And like, I could put that along with what I wrote. I said I felt like what they said is we have to do the work. When it comes up, we can't just like dismiss it and let it be and let it keep going, because it's just going to keep perpetuating. And it's like, at this time in humanity, with it being the age of Aquarius and everything, we have great opportunities for growth and evolution, and to end and stop perpetuating old cycles, generational cycles, and cycles that aren't serving us any longer. And but like, it's a great time for growth and to put in the work for ourselves and our self-worth and our self-love. Queen of Cups, love, self-worth. Wow. Putting in the work to do the healing with love. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Queen of Cups. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. It might not resonate with everybody. Everybody might not be ready to do their own self-work and to look at themselves and to heal themselves. But if you are, we're on this journey together. Even though we're doing the work, we had to do the work for ourselves. We're doing it together, and we're all walking each other home. But if you require a personal reading, feel free to message me, hit me up. I'll post a link in the description. Soul Vibe Tribe 123 at gmail.com. It's a progression. Yeah. I get my info from my soul, my guides, and a lot of the times, like, I know people want to hear about like love or whatever. That's fine too, but like, the way my guides do the cards is like, I guess what I feel like is like my guides talk to your guides, and then they relay the messages that you need to hear the most to help you on your soul's path and help you progress and get to where you're trying to get to and get you what you've been asking for. And like, I feel like everything pretty much pops up when I do my readings. Yeah. The feedback has been very good, and I'm very pleased, and that's why I'm like, I just feel blessed to be able to do this, because I never would have thought I would be reading cards or tarot cards or anything like that. Sorry. That means I'm getting healthy right now. But yeah, I never thought I would have been reading cards or doing like spiritual services or like using psychic abilities. But I get like, it feels weird to even call it that, but I guess that's what it is, because I be knowing shit. I be knowing shit, and people are like, how do you know this? How do you pick up on this? And I'm like, bruh, I just read the cards, like. But yeah, that's what I got. Hopefully this video assists somebody. You know, it lets them know, like, I went through my discomfort and my pain, so that I met a guy one day, a random person, and like something told me to talk to him, and I was like, what keeps you going? He was like, G-O-D, and then from there we got into it. He told me some great stuff. But yeah, he was like, you go through like your pain and everything so you can help other people that's going through the same thing. And I feel like that's part of what this is. It's like, I'm just sharing what I found from my experience, and I think it could be beneficial to other people who might be going through the same thing, who might be like, damn, like today is a bad day. Why do I feel triggered? Why do I feel angry? Or everything's getting on my nerves, and this is why, because it's showing up so you can choose. Because the freedom is in the choice, and you get to choose whatever the fuck you want. And that's where your freedom is. It's in your choice. You always have a choice, so you always have freedom. Period. You're free. You're already free. Like, but yeah, like shadows pop up and negative emotions pop up, so we can. It's like bumps on the side of the road. So it's like, hey. It's like negative emotions, like, hey, you're doing stuff. Hey, you might want to look at it a different way. Because there are two perspectives looking at your life. You looking at your life, and your soul looking at your life. And your soul has the highest vibrational perspective. And they hold the baseline for our emotions. So our emotions are the inner guidance that lets us know when we're straying away from the vision of our soul. So when stuff feels negative, that's our soul. That's like the vibrational feedback from our soul letting us know that's not how we're looking at it. There's a better way to look at this, whatever you're looking at right now, whatever you're thinking about right now. We gonna end it there. But infinite love, soul fam. I love y'all. I love all 2 of the people watching this video. I love all the 4 people watching this video. It's like, no, the numbers don't matter, but I have faith that, and I know that like whoever needs to see this is going to see it, and it's going to get to whoever needs to hear it, and whoever needs it is going to find it, and hopefully, wishfully get some clarity out of it, or get like a different perspective that will benefit them and help them along on their journey to remembering the self, the God self, the love that they are. You know what I'm saying? Infinite love, soul fam. Peace out. Love you.